they have to be able to believe in their Mirage. They look good on Mirage. They should be way better than Nip on Mirage. But even as a team, the decision-making, communication, it was all off. So we're starting it on nuke. We know NAVI, at least in this series, last time we were able to take it. Let's see if they can do it again.
The T side is NAVI. Molotov double flashbang for simple. Smoke thrown by boomich already. That Molotov's not going to interrupt anybody. Not yet. Or it does. Excuse me. No, it does. Lands right on top of Plopsky. Couldn't have been more wrong, but, well, so be it. Still takes 2 players with him. So how effective really was it? 3v3. Good gush. Simple. Finding that timing outdoors and just leaving Rez for the 1 versus 3 retake. All things considered, despite Plopsky's best efforts, nobody else picks up kills for Ninjas.
Yikes, yeah.
Rez has a chance, especially getting the first one cleanly. Doesn't have a kit. He's trying to figure this out, trying to piece it together, but it's both bodies outside of Mini. So they're going to call his bluff if he tries to go for the stick.
Any kit? Doesn't seem like he can find one.
He's going to have to run for these frags instead and hope he gets them quickly. Not going to happen. Calling out Plopsky's position, and still he puts up numbers, but not enough.
Yeah. Whoever was left alive on the site after him, this was unfortunate right here, because Perfecto could have gone down. Oh yeah, Esatag missed a few shots. A couple of things go wrong there, and the whole site is taken over, even if Uzi gets one from heaven. So that also might have been where the kit was coming in from. So Navi pick up the pistol. Navi with a pistol.
1-0. Deagle's nades, scout in hand. Ooh, quick wall. Electronic towards secret. It's always fun watching Electronic work this on the T side. You alluded to the possibility of, you know, sometimes he just goes through the very end of that smoke grenade and will go for the garage wrap. Ninjas throw Hampus in there every once in a while. So I do think this, you know, Hampus versus Electronic fight could be a crucial one. And round 1 goes to Electronic.
Yep. And as it was also brought up on the desk with some really great graphics, Landtronic, not the same online. But yeah, the duel with him is so important on T side, where he'll end up running into Hampus a number of times. He'll probably end up taking duels with Fuzi sometimes, creating space outside. But his goal is just to make sure the CTs don't know if it's going to be upper or lower, just by getting to secret.
Quick headshot on Esatag. There's the answer. Plopsky gets something. But already this B site's been taken over. So 3 Ninjas players with the Scout and the Galil, and a no-buy in the next round. Okay, I thought maybe they would think about the save. But Rez tries to throw himself at it, and now they've realized
2 better guns to get out of
give it up.
Yeah.
Let it go. 2-0. Navi's T side kicking off nice and easy.
Not bad. Yeah. Yesterday we watched Big Play Nuke. One of the worst nuke performances of all time. I mean, that's even worse that it's online, I guess. You know, if something's great, you have to compare it. Well, it's not LAN. But if something's bad, it wasn't even LAN.
Wasn't even LAN.
That was really, really rough. Keto was the Electronic on that T side, trying to get over towards secret control. And in the blueprints, most of the time that player is just going to cross outside and get downstairs. But if Electronic has a good game and they use him properly, it won't be this every single round. He'll be trying to get into big garage, look for wraps, get into mini once in a while. If I were to dice it up in terms of ratios and say, you know, he's going to get into mini for an upper hit like maybe twice a half. He's going to go for the heaven wrap maybe 3 times. And then the rest of the round is going to be something to do with secret control or go lower. And Bit will also try to sneak down the vent every once in a while.
Quick molly top hut. No problemo. No all in. Oof. Bit's just gonna walk out through squeaky door and clear Esatag, so no chance. But we've got a Zeus on the field, folks. In a round like this, where there's very few chances, you just try to induce the tilt.
Bit says, "Hey, I've got some space for us. No one's top hut. Why don't we think about taking upstairs?" And there's a vacancy. They found an abandoned building here.
Completely open.
Bit has a lot of responsibility on T side and actually has offered up a lot of kills in his position where he's the lobby lurk, but He drops vents a lot. He fights into squeaky a lot, which can be a ton of action. And that's to tack on to the fact that he's one of the best ramp players in the game right now. So good on CT side. So Bit is a huge part of the map for Navi on Nuke, and definitely a big reason why they're able to put together their streak. Strick.
Oi. Damage there, but Simple's not going to fall. Oof. But then the Hampus Deagle connects to the 2, and he knows Simple's so low, so why not just give this one the old college try? Run him down, gun him down, or turn back on Perfecto. Just escapes.
They're coming.
Yeah, and they'll find him. So that Galil belongs to no man. Offer it up. 3 surviving as Navi take that 3-0 lead. And now we really get to dive into the game because Ninjas, they're buying immediately with Fuzi on and op.
It's Fuzi time.
Again, we try to mention it as he is one of these lesser known pieces for the Ninjas in Pajamas. This is a map where I think he's had some very good moments, especially inside of Heaven.
So if you put the vowels in Fuzi's names, would it just be 2 O's?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. Mind you, it's Swedish, so you never really know.
You never know, yeah.
Oof, nice taps. Hampus. That was 7 bullets. 7 bullets through a smoke, and he finds Electronic's face.
It's such a big scalp to take. Now, sometimes Electronic's alone, so it's not the biggest name to kill. You know, he goes outside every single time, and boomich will replace him, which is kind of cool. So they might make a haphazard rotate down through secret, but at the same time right now, with the 5v4, there's not a ton of incentive for them to do anything nuts. Okay, now boomich will continue on his journey. No one's lower. So there's always the chance that Navi can try to make this event play to downstairs if boomich clears things out. And boomich, instead of walking, he is suspicious that someone's down here, so it looks like he's going to throw some fake presence. And we'll just pay attention to the minimap, see, you know, the rotations towards ramp, res going lower a little bit. This is what he's trying to get.
Chance for the vent dive also made possible. Plopsky's going to push up close to it. Trying to find just a smidgen of simple. Hampus, good cover on Mini. Definitely gives Plopsky more confidence to continue facing forward. They are boiling this one down. 20 seconds. Simple looking for the contact. Plopsky drops bomb. Simple trades. Taps into Hampus. Can't manage the third as the vent player succeeds in getting that double. kscreato making the difference on the A site to give Ninjas their first.
Yeah. What they didn't realize is Ninjas didn't bite. They had res come down and check it out. But the glass in control room wasn't broken open. The door is still closed, so they still had a little bit of time that they could use to, you know, make sure they could rotate in. And all the while, Hampus was still outside and didn't hear anything else, so Navi tried to pepper in a small fake. I feel like the real problem is there, just a little bit of firepower. It's too slow on some of those trades. That round wasn't even as close as it should have been, even if you could argue that NIP should have won.
Electronic wants sweet revenge. Oh, Hampus. He's changed. I fell for that too. I thought he was back in the exact same garage corner, but no. A quick secret tuck. And importantly, a trade from boomich. Good thing Electronic's not on his own.
Yeah, he's been getting countered.
Yeah, but we've already given ourselves, or we've already been given, a good example of this Hampus versus Electronic duel that's going to unfold throughout this half.
Yes, and when you look at Vitality taking down Navi's nuke streak, it was all about Apex playing that same position that Hampus is playing, rifling outside and floating around, and simply trying to catch Electronic. He's the key piece of the puzzle.
kscreato tucks in. Ooh, bests Perfecto in the duel. Lays a smoke so that he can continue to be aggressive, and we're going to get the ramp challenge by the looks of things. Boomich and Bit going at it. kscreato trying to chase as Rez looks to hold on. It's all about the timing. He gets dinked, but it serves up a perfect situation for kscreato. Another multi-kill for him. 3 frags on the round in a very critical gun round to just bottom out the bank accounts of Navi, presumably. No bomb here for Simple, so he's going to have to concede it. Even though he's 8-1, he's got to let this one slip.
Yeah, they'll be pretty poor here. That's well done by kscreato, finding that little bit of space inside Hut, coming through with the flank. Nicely played by Rez, too. You know, finds the timing to peek up, but doesn't fully commit. Gets away with his life. You can see the low HP bar. Some close trades, but still, NIP had full grasp on the round. And it all starts with Hampus. If he can get a kill like that outside that early, it just removes so much power from Navi's hands. They have way fewer ideas that they can execute on. And again, it's just a simple, material down, man disadvantage that's going to cause the biggest problems. blamef can find a trade, but we saw what happened when blamef got the trade last round. They can't completely replace what Electronic is going to do for them down there and all the moves that he can make. And they're losing that space really early. So still very early in the half. Only 3-2, but a strong start from NIP on these gun rounds.
AK for Simple. One of those rounds. One of those moments. He's going to try to sprinkle in something special. We've already got a player inside a secret, and nobody has seen it because Hampus so distracted with the silo fight. But fuzzyy's going to go down vents. Now, this is a very pressured situation between fuzzzy and Simple.
Oh, man. Okay.
fuzzzy dies.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Nope. He just walked away, too. Oh, man. Then he just dies. I don't know. There's no timing called there. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but yeah, that's crazy. I was saying you can't replace Electron downstairs, and then Simple just like, watch this.
The Simple factor, folks. It is alive and well.
Oh my god, no way.
Taps away to Rez. B site is his, man. He's the troll in the dungeon.
That's the ramp holder right there.
That's the opening they needed. Electronic's going to take the exact same spot that Rez was once holding, and Ninjas, they have no real clear path downstairs.
Uh-oh. He's got one on the left, too.
Hampus will find him. That could very well make a little bit of a difference. blamef planting in front of Old Toxic. And everybody's just trying to surround Simple, set up this solo AK.
Oh, they molly clock instead of the lower sight. Oh, blamef just hit.
It reaches. The retake is definitely on. I mean, this is Simple who's opened it up, and now that we've got the off-on bit, it just seems doable, but that's 2 of the 3 damage for Navi. Simple smoked off. This utility is so crucial for the Ninjas in pajamas, but they also come off the defuse. Plopsky is now getting back on it, and this time it's the commitment bit. Oh, perfecto! Oh! What? He finds the headshot through the edge of the smoke, doubles up, bit finalizes, and Simple makes that winnable.
Well, how'd you do that, Perfecto? How did you do that? Oh, the smoke clears. Wow, it clears on that timing. If they had stuck it on the... Yeah, they had stuck it the first time around, they were good. And Navi had to make a play through that smoke if they went for it. But they didn't know if someone was decon, for example, so it felt unsafe in the 3v3. And they'd use their smoke specifically to block off control, not to take control of it. Well, nice shots from Perfecto. Gonna give a lot of credit to Simple there, though. Getting outside, doing an Electronic couldn't. Staying alive, finding the opper, and then killing ramp to allow his teammates to have a free way downstairs.
All because of that one AK.
Yeah. That's true. We've seen them implore that buy a few times.
Yep.
It cost them in the past, but in a situation like this, it flips the game over. So
I was gonna say we were kind of on the cusp of like questioning it just because it did affect later rounds when people had pistols.
Yeah.
This one was a freebie, and he sticks the landing. And it could have been fuzzzy to stop him.
Yeah, that was
could have been
a little bit low awareness there from fuzzzy. Just even if someone doesn't call that, they've gone secret every single round. I mean, it should have been clear to him going to secret. They should be careful, but it was pretty sneaky.
Shot's not far off the mark. Ooh, bit comes out from behind boxes. fuzzzy down. Got kscreato still pushing upwards here. They know about him, but can they stop him? Nice deagle headshot. Electronics looking to come hunting in through mini, but Hampus gets cleared off squeaky, and they know kscreato should still be tucking here because Electronics got his fallback. Perfecto has him pinned in. It's just a matter of the other CTs doing something about it. So they're fighting tooth and nail every step of the way. 4 immediate kills for the Ninjas. I thought they were getting squeezed, but instead Navi gets juiced.
I think, yeah. Yeah. He was on the ladder. Oh, he was on the ladder. They walked right by him, though. I mean, it was basically their full screen. And another kill from kscreato. They hold their ground. That's not a fun way to lose when you have inventory of 2 players in that position.
Yep.
50-50 trade for even for Electronic versus Mini. They can't win anything. I mean, look, Navi have 4 rounds, but it's the pistol, 2 conversions. and 1 AK buy from Simple.
Ooh, that one. That's gonna be that's a big pickup right there. Because I felt like the tone was being set by Navi. You know, Simple pops off. He's 10-1 right now.
Yeah.
They had everybody from the ninjas in the right position, but that's just ninjas being sharp.
Yeah.
You know, kscreato got a deagle inside of hut, gets 2 kills with it.
Yeah.
There was nothing that told us ninjas were about to pull that off. Rez is on the ladder, for Christ's sake.
Right. What makes this even more confusing is, like, I don't know, we watched NIP play like multiple times, and they played really well versus Navi the first time around, but then couldn't play that well even versus the next team they played. And so it's just like hard to get a read of even how good are even Navi playing. MIVR already beat, you know, Navi in a series. It's just alarming. Okay. This spot is one of the best spots on the map. It's such a nice angle. You can actually hide in big garage. You catch someone going to the back of mini. You can catch them wrapping mini. You can catch them dropping off mini. And you can also catch them going back from secret to mini in the late round, like we saw Hampus do. Fuzi will grab a tiny bit of information. But his services aren't exactly demanded in this spot. Oh, actually, I said that, but blamef is the only one with a pistol. The rest of them still did scrape together a buy.
This consistency in electronic yet again downstairs. We've seen Hampus falter to him. We've seen Fuzi get caught by Simple. Right now, there's just simply no counter-terrorist down there. Rez the closest thing to it, under pressure towards this ramp, trying to connect off shots. Hampus dies, so now his support's gone. And understandably, he ducks. Fuzi missing his chance at shaving one off of this pressure. Rez fully surrounded, able to still get one, goes back with a second. He's got more targets to take, but Simple ends him. And now B site does belong to Navi, but very quickly on their heels is kscreato, moving quick with another player inside vent, door swings, and blamef connects the op. Everybody's got ops.
They're still lacking a little bit of control, and you can see it's causing them some anxiety. They're playing within the site, watching each other's backs, and oh, the pressure will cause Bit to swing, but Fuzi drops his shot. Klopsky up to bat.
On for the 1v3. Just 2 left to take. Oh, he's figured out where blamef is at. Bit just tucked into a bare bones piece of cover. Gets out from the doorway. They don't know about it. Turns for the timing, and Bit's going to end him. Nice crossfire, nice patience, really drawing him out, forcing him into what was their final stand. Navi, take ramp, move down quick. 2 shots missed by Fuzi, 1 in ramp and 1 on decon.
Oh,
Rez.
that was beautiful. Beautiful. Wow. Nice
Able to offer something.
Yeah, looks like it could have been much worse if not for that performance. But the trade with that same weapon on kscreato to ease the tension a little bit. And they do well, even though they don't have the best post-plant positions possible, because no one from NIP is coming to ramp, and their decon retaker died as well. So back to pistols for NIP. The story changes once again. Electronic looking for success in the defaults, and okay, he'll finally find barely 3 health versus a pistol, but still. They actually at least get that. Man, it's got to the point where blamef is like escorting him to secret.
Right? Providing a service.
Put some new tennis balls on the walker.
A little bit timid here. Push back. You've got to think of the success that kscreato's been able to pull off in terms of these hut aggressions. Already 1 T corpse in the lobby. But they leave. It's the bomb exiting. Trying to go join electronic, trying to get next to blamef, and that's the only direction they can go, because kscreato, again, this pistol play inside hut is really good today. And he's one of the guys who have, like, no doubt fallen kind of quiet.
Oh yeah, he's
in
been
some of their games this week.
Been the worst performer for the groups. So yeah, much better match.
And crucial kills as well in rounds they're not supposed to be even challenging. 25 seconds. blamef and Bit a kill apiece. Now really starting to alleviate the pressure. Let's see if kscreato can go one better. He's got the AK. He's got the armor. And he has a flash as well to try and set up foozz, so that should be the attempt for them to push in together. If they take the chance. They don't. Second AK makes this a far more valuable save.
No kit as well.
Let it slide.
To allow him to scale. No utility outside of this flashbang, and yeah, it's just they're such valuable targets right now. They like to invest in their future and keep these guns for the next round. Never a bad idea. Oh, NAVI find their footing a little bit. I think the first time that they played it was like a 7-8 T side with NIP winning 8 rounds CT and then pulling up to something like 12 rounds in total, which is still admirable even if they lost the map. Yeah, the hut pushes have been potent.
Really good, yeah. Kscreato's done it with a 5-7, he's done it with a deagle. See if the ninjas can also pull off the unthinkable. 2 AKs for them to play with, both of which sporting Kevlar. 1 flashbang on Hampus, and foozz tries to push outwards. Empty-handed, he falls. Simple's crisp and clean as ever. And you alluded to it at the start of the game, right? We saw some like flashy attempts from Simple. Like he was coming in like he was playing 100%, you know? In the last series, looking for the taps, looking for that, doing the things that he is allowed to do based on what we know he can do, but they just simply missed.
Yeah.
You know, he wasn't his best form. Tonight,
he was just pretty good.
We've seen some.
Yeah, it's like, okay, just rattling off the score lines. He was 20 and 18, 21 and 18, and 26 and 17 on that series, and they lost 2 maps. So it's not like he didn't put up his end of the bargain. He wasn't supernova Simple, that we know, but at the same time, he was slightly not himself, and also just his teammates.
Missing a little bit of that flair, you know?
Yeah.
That Simple spice.
Little paprika.
Little paprika. Smoked paprika. Mm-hmm. Makes a difference, you know?
Gets you higher.
Bomb plat comes through. Kscreato, you hang on to that AK, buddy. You deserved it.
Hunter's a father.
Congratulations. Yeah, that's true.
Hunter.
Hunter is a father.
Lots of cool things happen. Monacy clutch. Hunter's a father. Pepito won his fight yesterday.
Hell yeah.
3 different reasons to be excited for CS.
The Ready Up documentary came out.
Ready Up documentary came out. Banger.
If you guys haven't checked that out, make sure you go to Blast's YouTube channel. A 40-minute documentary
ambitious
about
and well-executed attempt to document the first land back at Blast.
Yep. Following Kerrigan, Device, and who else? Cadian, yeah, of course. Yep. Sorry, excuse me. Sorry, not a blast partner. I had to, you know, put a slow cooker on that one.
foozz has yet to join the scoreboard.
Damn.
He fully ate that flash from Hampus. It wouldn't have really made a difference, but at least to flashing his opponents, but at least he would have not been blind himself.
It was a round where he had to give us something. There hasn't been any actual weakness in foozz game. I feel like rifle work, you know, he's given us some good highlights with the op, but there have been a round or 2 where just playing with rifles, it kind of comes up short.
No, he has to work on his spray.
No.
Yeah. He's too much of an opper.
You know, ultimately we all do. Should all be putting in the work.
Yeah, you always got to work on your spray, but foozz a little extra 5 minutes.
It's never too late. However, 7T round wins is quite something already. 10 rounds deep. There was a chance, right? There was that 3vx situation where we saw ninjas, despite being boxed into all their positions, have that moment of glory, that shining few seconds. Well, we got to get back to that. That's the kind of sharpness we need them to offer us if they're going to stop NAVI from locking in a spot at Spring Finals. Or at least locking in an easy first half here on Nuke.
For the first time, NAVI have thrown their outside pressure, but not actually committed to a fake. And this might be one of the rounds that Electronic tries to sneak into mini, actually. So we'll see where the round takes us as we move forward. But nice to get a new flavor because the Electronic plays are just not working.
This could very well be one of foozz's chances to shine. A little bit of a B lean already, and he is solo ramp at the moment.
Maybe this is a round where they try to get bit down the vent, but then just commit to going upstairs. But they've caused, yeah, you know, some confusion, at least with the smokes and stuff like that. Brehze is taking his peeks inside a secret. But it feels like upstairs is imminent for the time being.
Here it comes, the ramp pressure. Flash is being thrown forward at fuzi. He's dodging him, going back for the angle. He's got 2 players up close, a third in the distance. More utility being thrown, and he dives. Decides to give it up. Hampus doesn't bite down too hard, is still close enough for the A rotation, but kscreato was standing in the open. Electronic, he gets that very quick entry. Pressure on plopzz. First frag's his, but then shot down from Perfecto, and Hampus in the back sight. That movement from ramp into heaven, it gets the first plant off of the mark. fuzi's still alive. Bit's right ahead of this. A really tough position for the Opera to be found in.
Brehze is a
Flash is there, he goes up. He's able to get off of the ladder. That's at least 1 step forward, but there's 2 T's right here, and he's not able to flick close into Bit. Now it falls on Rez, needs the clutch, and Boomich's position still unknown. Oh, and the timing. The moment Rez looks away, Bit decides to go for the commitment, and Navi will secure an 8th.
Yeah, Brehze had that flash for fuzi to get out of the vent. That's the really crippling situation when you're on that ladder, but he does manage to get out. It's just Bit is just prepared, and he backed up just enough to make sure they didn't have to take an unfair duel versus that op. Boomich loses his duel here. This round falls on its face as well, so a lot of close calls again. But it's a nicely executed round from Navi. They put the outside control again. They keep Brehze's attention inside secret. He's worried about late lurks and stuff like that. And then they put the ramp pressure on to really confirm that 2 players will drop lower or will rotate off their spots. And they just go back into their upstairs hit. It covers a few bases, and I think the most important one is making sure Electronic isn't dying in the early rounds, because he's again been struggling to get space without losing his life in the process.
kscreato tries to challenge. That one won't work. I always find it very jarring when we get positions like this. Guys staring down the ladder as fuzi looking downwards. I don't know. I don't like heights. Makes me a little nervous. Yeah. Counter-Strike's meant to be played on a horizontal plane.
The higher you are, the harder you fall.
Simple.
I always felt like, yeah, most people aren't as scared of heights as they are of falling.
Yeah. I'm not afraid of falling either. I'm afraid of hitting the ground.
I can take that one step further. True.
Bit's looking to come out from the vent.
I don't know if this isn't true, which is a weird way to start a statement, but I heard
okay, Joe.
that most people die before they hit the ground. Like if they jump off a balcony or they get, you know, thrown out of something from like cardiac arrest. It's not actually the landing that kills you.
Yeah, I feel like if it's like a really big, like if you know there's 0 chance,
yeah,
you're probably gonna, you know, a little moment of panic. Like,
yeah.
I don't have a parachute.
Yeah.
Fall off the roof of your house. I think you're just hoping you got a chance. Big push. Change of tempo here for the gun round. Let's see it. I mean, the hut push has worked, and yet again, we get an example of it. Damage versus kscreato, but he's still able to walk away with a kill, as will Hampus. I like that. Little change of tempo here. You know, don't get complacent. Don't just lean back. Don't just let Navi keep having their way.
Yeah.
Throw something at them. And in doing so, we've got Ninjas with a 4v2.
I agree. They're starting to get their claws in, get comfortable after a few kind of sketchy rounds. But overall, Navi 9-3, and Ninjas look up and they're like, yeah, man, we had a couple of good rifle round wins, but apart from that, we're just simply losing rounds. Let's change it up. And the hut plays were bringing them success earlier on. Disrupts the default a little bit, calls out Navi for maybe starting off around early inside of lobby as opposed to outside. And one thing that's definitely characteristic of Navi is that you see them put a lot of outside pressure, but almost always with a ton of utility and one player, not multiple players crossing. That doesn't happen that often. Good luck in this one, Navi. 35 seconds. They have ramp for what it's worth. And hey, Hampus is the closest rotation. He's over in decon.
Yeah.
But there are, you know, there's a lot of utility in this spot. So let's see if Hampus will take his swing or if he'll just wait it out.
Smoke's there to cover.
Oh, that's makes it 2v3.
Ooh, suddenly this one feels a little bit real.
Low.
Simple's not able to get another, despite kscreato being low. He's definitely stepping it up today. And now Electronic, best of luck in the clutch. 2 kills. And he's got one more to find. A headshot into foozy. 1v3 made easy. They all trickle out from the doorways. And even when you think that ninjas have solved the case,
yeah,
the Navi criminals break through.
And look how they drop that smoke. It's beautiful. It's specifically to punish this decon presence. So they read where Hampus was going to play from. Simple goes towards Xantares to make sure that he could punish Hampus on that swing. Makes him regret that decision, even though for Hampus's perspective, he's like, I can get a few bullets off and stay alive, even if I don't get the kill. Not the case. A nice 1v3. And yeah, I mean, Electronic needs to get back in the game mentally. I feel like he's not had the best time. And to be fair, he has a lot of responsibility and a tough job. And kscreato continues to...
He's trying, man.
Yeah, he's continuing to bring in these really impactful kills. That last round should have amounted to something, but didn't.
This time the hut push will not work. It's Plopsky who attempts it.
Oh man, Rez got the noob tube inside a trophy room. But it's, you know, when you're at this part of the map, one of the best guns you could ask for.
Yeah, why not? Money's getting low. Whip it out.
The only problem is just, you know, pushing all the way is a whole different story.
Yeah.
Well, you can't cross this line, but neither can I.
Or rotating down to ramp and trying to retake with that thing.
Yeah. He's desperately hoping it's going to be an upstairs hit here.
It's going to have to be that specialist inside trophy room. They'll hold. We do get Electronic starting to just kind of give out doors a little bit of a sniff.
We have seen around this timing last time where outside pressure was foregone, that they started to put pressure on ramp after and then came back to an upstairs hit. So I'll see if that will be the case.
They're collecting inside of lobby. Could also just completely avoid res by not going towards ramp first.
Looks like Rez might be able to just have a clean flank coming in.
Uzi close with the MP9. Nothing.
Oh.
And down goes kscreato as well. Rez. Yeah, there it is. Shotgun finds a target. 10 seconds. We're going to get the mini pressure. Shotgun can't do anything about pushing out through hut, so there's an easy upgrade. Simple's going to push on the reload. Tries to give chase, and sure enough, Hampus down to 6. Simple's got him locked into this one. Good connection to the head. Rez's upgrade and a clutch attempt. Let's go. 2 players inside sight. He knows Simple still suck outdoors, but even as he tries to draw himself inwards, he knows like odds are so stacked against him. Navi in 11th can do no wrong.
Hey, and as many nice little things we can talk about with Ninjas in Pajamas. Ultimately, Navi have been just winning. And you know, as much as Electronic was struggling a little bit to do his role in the defaults in some of those rounds, they still recovered and they tried to double up with him. At least Navi had been responding appropriately instead of just banging their head into a wall. Like, he tried like 3 times, it didn't work out. So then they brought boomich with him to find trades. That was a nice next step, but that was still not good to lose that player. So then they just threw outside pressure without him at all and then turned to upstairs hit. Then they keep him alive for the late round. He went to 1-on-3. So you got to appreciate that. Oh,
now he's coming into this final round of the first half. Looking for a multi-kill, but kscreato will stop it. Boomich down from Silo. Hampus going to hear these moving pieces. And we've got secret control for Simple, looking to join Bit, who is already pierced through vents. 4v3. This is just a rock-solid T-side from Navi. And the Ninjas in Pajamas simply outclassed. I do feel like, you know, we had this narrative where Navi were losing games, and they definitely shouldn't have been. And then every time they would go into their next match, we'd say like, oh, well, now Navi are pissed, so you're going to get the brunt of it.
Yeah.
And then they lose again.
Yes.
So it's just, oh, well, then the next kid gets 2 beatings. Oh, no, now the next kid gets 3 beatings.
Yeah.
Well, today, Ninjas, they're going to get 4 beatings. All that pent-up aggression being taken out on them here in the first 15.
It's already a better start and better half, I think, than we've seen from them. So at least there's that.
And again, this will kind of rewrite the narrative where, yeah, nobody wanted to see Navi come into this event and then struggle at the start of the year. But it was starting to feel like a reality.
Yeah.
They will be forgiven by a lot of people if they can still just come into this series and cleanly qualify for the spring finals.
Ultimately, it's groups, and the only goal is to qualify.
Yep. Because if you see this name, Navi, on the list of showdown teams, then it's just a reminder that they faltered and failed at the start of the year. Final attempt here for the CTs, all cleaned up. A 12-3 T side, and they'll be swapping one to their best halves yet.
Welcome everybody to Hot Swaps, brought to you by Coinbase. We're going to talk about the hottest of the swaps coming into this new season. Lornas, I'm going to go over to you first to start off with. Who have you picked?
m0NESY to G2, the biggest transfer of the season. We actually have a situation where G2 potentially have an upper that can take on Simple at one point in history.
It's true that I think we expect a lot from m0NESY, but what people don't realize as well is that he doesn't need to be performing like Simple for G2 to be able to win trophies. That's not the case. This is not the conditions he's in.
We have all seen his highlights, FPL, and what he has done in the Academy League. He has insane talent.
It'll make it easier for him to just go in and not worry too much.
Most people's bold prediction for this year, so I think that he's going to be pretty good.
I know Lornas has already thrown a bit of shade at your pick for the hot swap, so who are you going with?
I don't really know why we're throwing shades at Shox going to Liquid, because that was my hot swap. Honestly, I almost fell off my chair when I realized that Shox went to Liquid.
Link saying he's the hottest swap of the year is that's totally because Maniac's got, you know, he's played with him or something.
Well, I think that we're going to be really good too, and I think that people are going to be like pleasantly surprised after a little bit. I think that there's going to be like a lot of learning that we're going to have to do.
For Liquid, like I don't think Shox is going to be the one who solves their issues.
In terms of like the new roster, I think that we're looking super strong.
Shox used to be a superstar with a capital S, an absolute superstar. He was obviously featured in all of the top 20 of the 3 first years in HLTV.
There's some question marks how they're going to do overall, but I think long term, this is an interesting pickup for Liquid for sure.
I'm going to go with ropz. I think unfortunately in 2021, we didn't really get to see the best of ropz, but the biggest reason I'm really excited for this is because ropz is going to be under Karrigan once again.
When I left to FaZe, I told FaZe this is the player I want for the team, no matter how the team is going to look like.
He lines up really well role-wise with all of like the guys from FaZe. I think that's going to be like a really natural transition for him.
For me, the reason why I'm most excited for this is the fact that he's rejoining up with Karrigan. ropz playing a round of Counter-Strike, and you'll be purely amazed with what he's delivering to the server. So I think that's why I think this is going to be the hottest swap coming into this new season.
The reason why I'm so excited about Shox going to Liquid is that he's putting an end to 9 years of French Counter-Strike.
Honestly, he's got to be the hottest swap. Even when he's aiming in the wrong place, he still hits his shot. I mean, look at these flicks. It's unbelievable. I haven't seen anything like it. Carlos, you're in for a treat.
Honestly, I think Mohan's speech was amazing.
Yeah.
He really hit me with the flicks. The little message to Carlos really got me, so I'm going to join Mohan and say m0NESY to G2, that's the hot one.
I think I'm going to be flip-flopping over there as well. Well, thank you so much, guys, for joining us for Hot Swaps, brought to you by Coinbase. Really excited to see how all these swaps play out in the 2022 season.
Well, it may be a quick one, but it can still be a fun one.
That's facts.
We've had moments here and there from the Ninjas in Pajamas, and I feel like the big takeaway with that was kscreato has given us his best half of the event so far.
Yeah.
And he did it with pistols pushing HUD.
Yes, that's true. I don't exactly feel like NAVI are chiefing right now. Like they're 12-3. I think they still are like, you know, not everything went perfectly this half. It's not like there was super slammed them like FaZe did versus Big yesterday or anything like that. But it is probably their best half so far at the groups, if I'm not mistaken, at least numerically. And they're moving on to their good side. Now, the rest of the series still has questions because NAVI already won nuke last time they played. That was not really the problem for them. It's really about overpass and then Mirage to follow.
Well, even where the improvements weren't needed, we've seen some. Dual Berettas. ×2. Perfecto and Boomich. Oh, yes. Look at them watermelons go.
As soon as Jason leaves the building, Perfecto busts out the dual Berettas.
Right. Yeah, Moses, the certified cowboy. But Boomich does die.
This is a nice skin.
Yeah, it's a part of the new Dreams and Nightmares collection.
Oh, cool.
That skin collection competition.
If I'm not mistaken, there weren't too many nice skins in that.
Well, that is entirely subjective.
True.
But
well, you know, art is subjective, but we can all agree some art is better, some is worse.
That is true.
David Hume has a lot to say about the subjectivity of arts.
Well, I
still
like
have experts.
That's
critics.
Fair. Yeah, fair.
Something there.
Collectors. See if these Berettas work the other way. Electronics boosted, so this is just his shooting gallery. And Bid even makes it a little easier on him. Hampus gonna bust out with... Ooh, oh! I was gonna say Simple on the back for a second. For a second, he was supposed to get that knife, but luckily for him, his gun's still quick. 13-3.
Just looked like two teammates flanking lobby there for a second.
13-3.
That's awesome.
If you're Navi.
If you're CIS.
The box boost, man. Look at this. Just kidding, bro. Gives it up.
Overall, pretty fantastic half from Simple. It was 18-7 coming out of the half.
That's what we want to see.
Must be a Wednesday. As a tag coming.
Nicely done. Quick over top of the mini. Finds Electronic. He is just the pistol king. But Perfecto with the double on the FAMAS. Oh, he needs a reload. So it's an awkward position. Oh, and Rez gonna finish him off with the deagle. Need Bit to clutch in this one. And he finds the bomb carrier, drops down onto the floor, and it's him versus Hampus.
That's awkward. Hampus drops events, and the bomb was coming out hut.
Bit's locked in, though. Oh, he looked away. Just stay still, my friend.
Oh, nice shot.
Hampus, I didn't even see him on Bit's screen.
Yeah.
What did he do? Walk back into mini and come from the right?
He was...
It looked like he changed the angle of the peak.
He came out of vents, stepped out.
I want to see. He wasn't pressed close to the boxes. Nah, you see, yeah, he went all the way back into mini and then came at it sideways. Cool. Cool, I like that. Deeper angle. So a little upset, a little life, a little pizzazz. The ninjas have to give us something. I mean, they don't have to, but they want to. And they did. Fuzi able to get across. Rez right there alongside him.
Bomb just dropped outside red. Huh. It's a cute spot for it. Where are these dastardly pistols hiding? This is the question. If ninjas make this comeback, Scrawny will eat a boot.
I didn't sign up for that. And I don't think it's healthy. Maybe a sandal.
Deal. That's it. That's pretty much as close to his writing as you can get.
All right. Colonel defense from Navi. Electronic close on the doors. Timing here would be impeccable. Oh. He's going to let it slide. I mean, at the 30-second mark, I do feel like you just kind of maybe lean back a bit. Window's busted open. That's going to draw a bit closer towards the control room. He's actually going to jump inside of it.
20 seconds.
Aye.
They're going to go back. They're going to go back upstairs.
Yeah, they're going A.
There's still two up here.
Yes, there is. Perfecto's got a good position next to the bomb site. Oh, but he jumps the gun. He goes out early.
10 seconds. Where's that bomb at?
Behind.
Backside, okay.
Oh, and Hampus takes the head off. Flash falls in the front of Bit, and he connects with hands on an AK. He's got Plopsky locked in the back of the site, and he falls to it. The MP9 swing.
It almost took a few extra seconds.
Dude, that was sketchy.
Because when they made their presence known in lower, it was already so late that they could have just exec. But it was so late that it would be even hard to get the rotations going at that point. So you think you want to do that a little bit earlier. But they do avoid going up against two people downstairs. I don't know if two people downstairs is worse than two people upstairs, but I feel like it is. Especially the way that Bit and Electronic were about to pinch in on them. Yeah. Like, they were very much about to step on the bear trap. Right. But right before it sprung shut, they moved to grab the ladder. Now Navi gonna have to... what kind of sandal do you think tastes the best? Sauna sandals. Nice and moist. Don't even have to cook them. Yeah, that's like... what was that? It's a steak cooking method Pimp hates. Sous vide. That's it. Plopsky's out from the mini doors. Woo! Gets 2, 3. But Electronic on the ladder. I've been saying way too many ladder kills lately. I don't know about that. That's how Simple won the major. I don't know about that. Don't know if I want that in this game.
But 2 versus 2 nonetheless. These rounds, both of them, should never have been this close, but I think it's a testament to how well Navi are just firing off. Accuracy's looking good. foozy, a couple Mac 10 kills. He's up to 5 frags now. It was a very quiet first half.
If it had Velcro on it, would you eat that too?
Yeah, but eat it last so it cleans your teeth.
Doing a great job of putting a positive spin on this.
Maybe I'm a little too into it.
Well, speaking of Velcro, Navi needs to strap in. And they've only got promises here between 3 people. No op.
None at all.
It's not simple on nuke on CD side without an op.
Yeah, but he's 22 and 10, so he's feeling it today. He's going to do what he can. Electronic finds Happis, who is just jumping.
Electronic said, it's CD side, it's easy. What you did wasn't impressive to me in the first half.
Slaps him back and then falls into the garage, but they are going to challenge. Plopsky right on the edge of that smoke.
Yeah, kind of ambitious still. I don't know if they think that that's... No, they know it's not Electronic, so they're still going to look for him. 2 different guns.
Simple setting it up, but they go hunting for Electronic and they find him. Simple's going to tuck behind the stairs.
Did Simple get spotted tucking behind the stairs?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Gets 2. Very nice. foozy's going to find his head, and Bit trades that one right back. 3 versus 1. Esatag in hut. It's been the consistency on nuke, but this time on the T side, he walks into the big open room and will be shut down. 14 for Navi.
It does create some interesting dynamics there when you do have 2 different M4s making 2 different noises, because in the spot, Electronic falls back, Simple starts shooting at a different timing, just on the other side of Big Rush, so it could have still been Electronic. But Simple making that A4 look great. Did he buy it himself is the question. Can you do some skin analysis?
It was a Howl with 3 golden stickers. We'll need to see if Bit picks it up.
So he's a Titan sticker on his. Ooh. Okay, Esatag will find the vent drop at the cost of 80 HP. And it looks like ramp for the moment is unmanned.
Yeah, we've actually got Navi switching to the A4 quite a bit because Electronics is playing with Perfectos.
Wow.
Bit has his own.
Okay.
And the one we saw Simple using had a different sticker set, which would lead me to believe there's at least 3 A4 users on Navi right now.
Wow, Bit is infectious.
Yikes. Simple falls back.
So Bit made a very early rotate to clock on the lower site, and they actually did a good job of stopping anyone from coming to help him. Does he need any help? It's
No,
the
sir.
A4 show.
Going for a 4th. Bomb's been dropped in the meantime, so he's good for the reload, and the other rotator gets gunned down. Navi, 15 rounds secured. There you go. foozy, take a dig. Knock him down a peg, but no, sir. Bit survives it all.
Nice. They got what they wanted out of that round. They got vent control, they got ramp open, got to Bit while he was by himself, but they just could not kill that final boss.
And that final boss is now tied with Simple for most amount of kills, 24 each. And even less deaths than Simple.
Yeah. He's a great ramp player. He's a great ramp player. Someone to watch. In a world full of veterans.
Oi, Perfecto makes the jump.
Down to spot.
They're right beneath him.
Nice movement.
Gun down. Boomich with the double on the FAMAS.
He was mollied, but he found the edge.
A good effort here from the Ninjas to just try and throw a little tempo, try and fight tooth and nail to the very end, but you can't beat the beast when they come with teeth aplenty, bro.
Yeah,
Chewed up.
like a shark, hundreds of teeth.
Spat out.
Rows of them.
And we move to the next one. Unfortunately for the Ninjas in Pajamas, this map on Nuke is not going to give them any confidence, but as you alluded to, man, it wasn't Nuke that was the problem for Navi.